Hallelujah, Shangela.
Yes, hallelujah.
Congratulations on winning the Christmas crown.
Well, we all won, but I've always wanted one of those crowns. So who knows? I may be going back for yet another one another time.
I know it's all in good Christmas fun, but I'm not convinced that Michelle Visage and Rupaul did those splits. Tell me there was a stunt double involved.
Well, I can't give you all the secrets behind RuPaul's Drag Race, but I will say that I was excited to, for the first time, be at the judges' table and not there lip syncing for my life again, and to see Michelle and Ru really have fun.
Yeah.
That was so cool to see them both on stage, and RuPaul was making a move, honey. So I said, okay, come on, shimmy it, mama, shimmy.
We see Shangela, Laquifa, Wale, right? But with me now is also DJ Pierce.
Yes,
right?
The man that lives within.
When the world is asking for more Shangela, how often do you get to just be DJ?
Well, this year alone, 2018, I'm on a 184 city tour around the world.
You get to just be a mess as DJ.
Oh, I'm a mess.
Right,
I'm a mess.
just kick back,
I'm looking forward to January 2nd, okay, of 2019. I'm loving this tour. I'm having the best time ever, but I've been consistently touring for the last 5 years, if not 6. I'm gonna fly home on the 1st. On the 2nd, no cell phone. Popeye's chicken, Game of Thrones reruns, and me in the bed, probably one sock on, not even both socks, just one sock, and just laid back and enjoying myself.
I love that. Is there a WhatsApp group for all the drag queens to just catch up on each other's lives? Is there a platform?
A lot of us are just so close because of the show that we keep in touch a lot via text messages. There's not a specific group chat, but I could, but I probably couldn't keep up in it. I'm working so much every day, but I keep up with everyone. I think we all do this the best on Instagram, because we're always with our phones, and especially if we're traveling, you're in the airport or you're after a gig late at night and you're just there scrolling. So I keep up with everyone and get to see stuff. And then if I see something cool, I'll either send them a DM on Instagram, or I'll text and be like, girl, you did that, girl. Now what was that costume?
I'm a singer-songwriter myself.
Awesome.
And I feel like it's a blessing and a curse in the sense where I love pop culture and I want to consume everything, but at the same time it's also a little bit hard because I'm always studying them. I can't just go if I go to a Beyoncé concert, I can't just turn off. I'll be watching her every move. I'm studying everything, and when I listen to music, I hear myself singing that same song if it were mine.
There's nothing wrong with that. But also you have to take a second to go, I'm in this moment and I'm loving what's going on up here. I went to Beyonce's concert. Beyonce and Jay-Z, okay? They're on the run. I was really there for Beyonce, but I really did enjoy Jay-Z too. But when Beyonce's up there, I'm like, okay, I'm living, my calves hurt. The next day I jumped the entire concert. I thought I was at a rave or something. I was just jumping, so excited. But also I look at the costumes and watching her perform, I would say to myself, kind of I guess similarly to how you do, okay, this is how you captivate an audience for a long period of time. She has high energy, she's engaged. There are video elements. I'm also studying the concert itself. When she's off changing, you're not bored. I think about all that when I'm getting ready to do my show. Going, okay, how can I give the best, highest quality production possible?
So Sasha Velour was here recently, and there was some controversy on how she cut down her show to just 30 minutes because of an alleged meltdown. Assuming it was something personal, how do you keep DJ backstage and Shangela on stage and just focus on the show? The show must go on. How do you have that?
Well, first of all, I love Sasha Velour. I think she's a fantastic entertainer. We've traveled together, and I really do enjoy her shows. I'm not familiar with the situation, but I do know that as a performer, a lot of times, things will happen in your personal life that kind of invade your space as a performer. But I always think about it, and I know I go back to Beyonce a lot, but she's one of my favorite entertainers ever.
You're allowed to.
And Beyonce fell down a flight of steps on stage in Orlando once during Ring the Alarm. Bloody down the nose. She got up, she starts banging there, still going. Beyonce got her hair caught in a fan singing Halo. The weave snatched back. I broke a leg on stage, honey, one time, and I just kept, trying to continue going. I wasn't supposed to be back on stage till August. I came back in March. That's not talking about anyone else, but the will that I have for myself, that I want to continue pushing and continue being out there and giving the best me possible.
There is a law in Singapore that criminalizes sex between two gay men. And although that law isn't enforced, the very existence of it is still troubling for our community here, and we're trying to repeal that law. What is the role of a drag queen in our fight for equality?
I think it's very important to be involved in your own political system, but also I think it's important for us as personalities in television and as role models in our community to be involved not only in our community but in communities around the world. And yes, I've only been here for a small amount of time in Singapore, but I always feel like any struggle that any gay person is having in the world also has some relevance to my life. And I stand for equality for us all, and visibility, things that are just and fair and right. And I don't think this law is a good thing to have. I'm happy to hear that it's not being enforced, but I do support anyone who's going toward helping to repeal this, because the day that we all feel equal and feel supported by our government and the elected officials who hopefully we have a role in choosing, I think that's very important that we keep supporting the fact that we want to be considered equal, that laws that are on the books, even if they're old laws that people don't even enforce anymore, it still means something when they're there.
Yeah.
And it means something even more. It makes such an awesome statement, I think, to have those types of laws repealed. It would say to our community, you know what, we hear you, we love you, you are equal, and that's outdated.
Okay, now for the third act of my interview. This is the last bit. It's been a while since I've been on a date, so with your consent, I'd like to have a double date with Shangela and DJ Pierce right now.
Hey, who knew? We're holler looking for love.
Hey, sushi or tacos?
Sushi.
Okay, glitter or daydream?
Glitter.
That's a Mariah Carey question.
Yes.
Favorite original song recorded by a drag queen?
Not myself, because I do love Working Girl Professional by Shangela from Wadley. You know what? That gets in my head and sticks there. It's Hot Couture by Manila Luzon. Hot Couture,
Right?
Hot Couture, It's just, I love Manila and it gets stuck in my head.
Okay, when was the last time you had 8 hours of sleep?
Oh, honey.
When was the last time you had a home-cooked meal?
I was just home for Thanksgiving, and all my family was there, and my Aunt Sheila throws down. My mom's good too, so if my mom sees this, Mom, your food is lovely.
Which would mean the most to you? A Star is Born winning Best Picture at the Oscars, an extra 1 million followers on Instagram, or an apology via text message from an ex-boyfriend you haven't seen in years?
Well, I can go ahead and cancel a couple of those. The ex-boyfriends, I don't have that many. I have like 2, and one I'm really good friends with, and the other one's number is blocked. So even if I got a text, I wouldn't get it.
Thank you, next.
No, thank you,
next.
But I would say I would love for Star is Born to win Best Picture. I think it's super deserving of it. I think the film is amazing. And I'm in it.
If you could take me and the person watching this video right now on a trip with you somewhere around the world, somewhere precious to you, where would you take us?
I would love to go to India.
Beyonce's in India.
I know, I saw her performing at the wedding. Honey, I was like, who had the booking fee? Who had the booking fee that said, Beyonce, come over here and do the wedding? She said no tea. She put on the gold costume and turned the party. So I would love to go there. And I would love to be booked by the person that booked Beyonce. That'd be lovely.
Finally, the most important question of all. Are you able to get a sugar daddy?
Able?
Are you able to get a sugar daddy?
Well, let's just remind you that I don't have a sugar daddy. I never had a sugar daddy. If I wanted a sugar daddy, yes, I probably want to get one, because I am what? Sickening. Hallelujah.